What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be playing some PokePath Tower Defense. So this one I've seen floating around recently, and if you're like me, you grew up and as a kid you played a little bit of Pokemon Tower Defense as a flash game. And so when I saw this one, I got super excited that we had maybe another game in the same vein as Pokemon Tower Defense. And this one is less like story comedy driven as Pokemon Tower Defense was, but it does do some really interesting things that Pokemon Tower Defense did not. So first of all, you see I've played a little bit. I've played maybe 20 minutes. So Froakie was my starter, and then you can buy different eggs. The more eggs you buy, the more money they're going to cost. So if I bought this one for 244, the next one would cost more money. You get to each of your Pokemon, you can deploy them in different terrains. So like Froakie is field and water, Murkrow is field and mountain, and then they all have these special abilities. They seem to be per Pokemon and not per type, which is nice. Because even though, let's say, Torkoal, this is pretty standard for fire types, it seems. And then Gulpin's is pretty standard for a lot of poison types. You can see the water type Froakie and Staryu both have they both have different abilities despite both being water types. So what this one does do, you get up to 10, but you have to unlock the next 4. You start with just the standard 6, like in most of your other Pokemon games. Let's see. I'll be starting on wave 11, so I can show you guys one of the interesting mechanics that I think Pokemon or PokePath Tower Defense does that I don't see a lot in a lot of Tower Defense games. So you have your hotkeys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to deploy. And what having them set up like that does is it allows you to really quickly change them. And you can change them while the level's going. So if I start the wave here and decide that Froakie is not being useful there, I can swap him here. So unfortunately I don't have anywhere to move these two, so they're just kind of hanging out in the back there. But as they get past, I can move Froakie down to the water, or move Murkrow down into this area, or Farfetch down into this area, to get them into a more useful position to where they're not just standing there doing nothing. We have all of our hearts up here. Yeah, I just had to make sure I left my cursor was still recording. So you can continue even if you fail. Like, you only lose 1 heart per Pokemon that gets passed. Here's a perfect example here of being able to move and what that does. It's the hardest part's remembering which hotkey is which. So like I said, yeah, these are your lives. You run out of lives, you restart at wave 1. So you can kind of see what's going to come in every wave. You get a whole bunch of money. You go to your data, you can level your Pokemon up. It tells you exactly what you're doing. You get evolutions at standard levels, pretty much exactly like Pokemon. If you're used to the mainline games here. So all of this will look super familiar to you. So let's redeploy all these guys again. And then the other thing I guess I should mention, there are all these other routes. So if I got stuck here at wave 11 or whatever, I can move over to route 1-2. And then once you have completed enough levels, 2-1, 1-3, I think there's about, let's see, where did I see that? Here, there are 7,000 total levels. So plenty of content to keep you occupied. And I'm not sure how long this has been out or if it's actively being updated or what, but it is, you can play it in your browser, so it's easily accessible, and it's a really fun way to kill some time, especially if you have fond memories of some of the old Pokemon Tower Defense games. We'll see how long Nintendo lets this stay up. because they do not mess around with people. Obviously, the fact that it's non-profit means that hopefully it'd be able to be up for a little bit longer. And they're not going to take huge issue with it because it's pretty clearly just a fan game. He's not making any money off of it. Let's see, we have buttons here. We can control speed. If you think you can just blaze them down really quickly. I said obviously the stronger the Pokemon are, maybe the more difficult that would be to do. But my guys are high enough leveled where this isn't too much of a problem. I really like the redeploying thing. I think that's a blast. Like I said, I haven't played, you know, every tower defense game that's ever been made. But these ones, that is a really fun mechanic that I have never seen before personally. Maybe it's a really common one and I'm just not up to date on the genre. That is incredibly possible. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys know of any other tower defense games that do that. Comment it down below. I would be really curious to see those. It's a genre I think that, at least for me, is underexplored. I haven't played it hardly enough. It's one of those ones that I almost exclusively play on my phone. I don't know that I've ever really played any on my computer. Put Farfetch somewhere more useful. I don't know if we're going to survive this one all the way. We might. Murkrow seems to do a ton of damage. I think we're going to be good. Okay, put these guys back. 181. We'll save up for the egg so we can show you guys what buying a new Pokemon looks like. Oh, forgot to put Farfetch back. Guess not that it matters much. I think Murkrow and Froakie are heavy hitters. We have these damage charts here. Oh. Okay, yep, I could have moved Froakie and Staryu down there, but I wasn't fast enough because I had it playing at triple speed. So that's definitely on me. I could have played that a lot better. We're 1 heart down. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, so we got a Yamask. We have our box here. So we can see what he does. Curses and deals damage to all cursed enemies. He does a lot of damage at 22, but a 2.77 second recharge. He can play on field and mountain, and he fires in a cross shape, which is a little unique. So I could choose to swap him. I feel like my team's doing okay, so I'm not going to right now. But we will think about that if we keep losing in these other waves. Let's see, what are we looking for in this wave? Eradicate, we have not seen him yet. I think we'll be okay. Okay, barely, but we got there. Let's see, redeploy everybody, and we'll do another wave. We'll keep going until we lose, I guess. Oh, sorry, the Steam notifications. I could not get my OBS to record this as just the window, so I had to basically just record my entire monitor. I hope that doesn't bother anybody too bad. I'm not sure what the problem is, if it's because it wasn't a full screen application. Never had that problem before. Usually I don't have any issue getting OBS to record what I want it to. Oh, I ran out of money. Okay, let's see. The Bellsprout have a lot of health. Yeah, so they're gonna get through. Hopefully we can stop the Geodude at least. Looks like we're gonna be able to. Let's set these guys up. If you guys are enjoying this and you want to see some more of it, subscribe, like, you know, do all that other cool YouTube stuff. If we could, let's see, hit 100,000 subscribers by the new year, that would be awesome. We're only, let me do some math, about 999,000 and some change away. Oops, I've been yapping and I've not been actually playing the game, so we're going to lose some hearts there for that. Oh well, that's what I get for making my bad joke. We are very far away from 100,000 subscribers. That's probably not going to happen this year, but who knows? You know, some crazy things would happen. Some video can go crazy, incredibly viral. Probably not. Either way. I almost always play Tarkov on this channel. I don't know why I'm pulling out a Pokemon game, but something new, something different. Good things may happen. And I'm a big Pokemon nerd. And so, I mean, if y'all wanted me to play Pokemon on the channel, I would not complain at all. As much as I do love Tarkov, do not complain at some Pokemon. I don't know if we'll get that nose pass. He's got a lot of armor. No, actually, I think we can take him. The Murkrow does so much damage. We need... I feel like Farfetch just does not do that much. Kind of same with Gulpin. He should at least do large chunks of damage. Alright, let's try another one. We've already done 10 waves. They're not going too bad at all. Sorry if I sound rough. I've been sick the past few days. Today's the first day I've really felt better. Oh, this might be the wave that we lose on. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'll at least get to show you guys what that reset looks like. Yep, that's gonna be it. Yep, we've survived 20 waves, so we can't retry. Because we have to do at least 25 to unlock that. So now we restart back at wave 1. And wave 1, we would go through and just basically destroy it. Let's see. So what other features do we have in this game? Since I said I would play until we lost. We have this auto feature, which I guess just keeps going through waves. What I'm not sure about the auto feature is if it automatically restarts you. I think that's in the settings here. Auto reset. So you could probably turn that on. Yeah, you could turn that on to restart. And then it'll just continually loop through and just farm you a ton of money. I guess if you just wanted to be AFK and you kept banging your head against the wall and you just wanted to come back to have a large amount of money. So like me, I'm going to be at work for 48 hours. I could theoretically leave this running and then come back, have a crazy amount of money, and then fly through whichever levels that I wanted to. Probably not going to do that because I haven't... I'm sure later in the game that might become necessary, but I don't feel like I've hit that big of a wall on anything yet. Let's see, what else can we look at? We know about the shop. We know about the routes. We know about the stats. I guess that's pretty much it. So it's not incredibly deep, at least on the surface, I guess. But I feel like it's the kind of game that could have a lot of depth if you really want to hyper optimize where everything is and which Pokemon you're using. I could see being able to do that to a pretty high degree on this game. So, I hope you guys liked this game. Check it out. It's called PokePath TD. You can play it in your browser. I think I downloaded it off of itch.io. If you want to run it as an application and have like locally saved games or whatever you want to call it. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys check it out what you think of it. And I will see you guys at the next video.